What's up, guys? This is Crypto James talking to you today about Aion. I can't believe people are still trading this. It's dead. I'm going to go through it. This is going to zero sooner or later. So I'm going to go through what's happening with this because I'm staggered that there's still volume going through and pretty significant volume. Also, then I want to talk about some interesting developments with Hive Network and the FBI. Which is probably going to take up more of the video than Aion will, because Aion's dead, guys. Aion is dead. But before I get into it, if you're new to the channel, these are the first 26 coins I spoke about on this channel. They're also the first ones I owned when I made the channel. Had you put in just $100 into each of these coins when I released videos about them, and you were still holding them, you never got rid of them, you did everything wrong as an investor, you just sat on them for 3 years, lived your life, had your breakfast, slept, never sold your investments. If you sold them all today, you'd still be in profit for 13 grand. And that's doing every single thing wrong. That's not bad from a $2,600 investment. That's a 5x. But if you just sold all these coins in the back end of 2021, like I did, when the markets were so red hot, $100 into each, a $2,600 investment would have netted you a profit of 123 grand. Pretty nice difference. Now, as I said, sold all of mine. So they're not what I own anymore. But if you want to see my current portfolio, you can do. You just have to go to copymycrypto.com. On that site, I share my portfolio. I let all the members know in real time anytime I buy or sell any crypto. We release videos on a daily basis that talk about the markets. And I will say this, over the last few months, we have been pinpoint accurate in calling the moves for Bitcoin. On top of that, we have tutorials set up because we do have thousands of members. A lot have never invested in crypto before, so these tutorials are step by step, help people along the way in their crypto journey. And then on top of that, guys, we have a massive history of success on both the site and the channel. No one in 2020, and I really recommend everyone go watch your favorite YouTubers talk about Phantom in 2020. None of them did. None of them did. And if they did, they were going, oh, it might do a couple times gain. I said 100x. I did a Udemy course that was called The Best Crypto Investment of 2020. And it was all about Phantom and how it would at least 100x. Went on and did 677 times gains from when I delivered the course. So if you'd have put in 2 grand into Phantom, you could have netted 1.3 million. Now, I will find another Phantom. But next time, when I do, I'm not going to do a Udemy course. I'm going to go onto my site. I'm going to tell my members about the coin. I'm going to tell them the gains I think it can have and what percentage of my money I'm putting in. And if they want to copy me, they can do, and they'll make the same gains. If you want to do that, if you want to make your crypto investing easier, go read the site. And remember, you can verify everything you read in my YouTube channel's history. Now, Aion, guys, look. So you'll notice, by the way, Aion is in the spreadsheet, right? Aion was a good coin. Aion was in partnerships. They were in I think it's called the Blockchain Alliance. I think that's what it used to be referred to as, which was partnered with Aion and I want to say OneChain, but I'm not certain about that. It was partnered with at least 2 other cryptos that were in part of a Blockchain Alliance. Now, Aion, it secures the Open Application Network, right? So this was launched in 2018 in Canada. The OAN is a public network available to everyone. It's managed by the Open Foundation, which is a not-for-profit organization, which gives basically anyone an environment to create open apps. The main purpose is to facilitate interoperability between lots of different blockchains, hence why they were partnered with people like Aion, who really are good at that. Now, by making Aion token the core of the network, OAN enables users to execute smart contracts and store data and share it between different networks. Now, their goal, effectively, is to be a disruptor. The Open Application Network is a disrupting factor in the world of crypto. It's trying to bridge the gap between different blockchains. The problem is there's so many options. There's so many different protocols. There's so many different interoperability-focused cryptos. And we know the lack of interoperability has been a real bitch in crypto. But that is like something that Polkadot and Kusama have been working towards addressing. That is something that Aion has been working towards addressing. That's something that multiple different cryptos now, far bigger, far larger, far better team, have been working towards. And that's it. Blockchain Interoperability Alliance. That's what it was called. So the OAN has partnered with a number of big names in the industry, like CryptoCurve, Nodesmith, and BlockX Labs. But guys, there's nothing. Like the open application, the site is no longer there. Like the Open Application Network continues to operate and function for the community, but they will continue to provide tools for staking and interacting with the network. But it is the project is effectively done. Yes, you can use Aion. Yes, you can store Aion. Yes, you can put it in an Aion dashboard. Yes, you can stake it. But no one's goddamn using it. No one's using the Open Application Network. Or very, very few, few people. And it staggers me, that this is being still being traded. Now, it doesn't really stagger me in that sense because, Jesus Christ, people are still trading FTX and Luna Classic. Lots of people trade dead cryptos because there's, arbitrage opportunities quite often and there's lots of little things. But, I mean, look at this. Average block time is 11 seconds. Transaction count, the transaction count isn't actually that bad. I'm surprised that we're seeing as many transactions, but this is not. It's just not being used. It's not being used. Look, no results found. No tokens on the mainnet at all. No tokens. Even contracts. There's only 3. There's only 3 contracts on the entire Open Application Network. And yeah, granted, there's a reasonable amount of transactions. You cannot knock the actual transactions. I'm staggered that we're seeing it, but it's dead. It's dead, guys. So I don't get it, and it is certainly maybe it's a good trade. Maybe there's a lot of trading opportunities as an investment. Piss poor. Just simply put, it's probably going to go to 0 at some point. It probably will go to 0. Look, we know Binance are removing the trading pairs for Aion. There's lots of little, Aion's trading pairs are going to keep being removed. So inevitably, we're going to see it continue to decline. So if you're trading it, just be careful. If you're thinking about investing in it, it is dead. Obviously, it's not financial advice, but it's dead, guys. Come on. So yeah, I wouldn't be touching it. And it's really that simple. If you guys are currently trading it, or if you're holding Aion, why? Why? Tell me in the comments, why are you still holding Aion? Is it just that it's worth nothing so you don't care? Or have you bought it recently? If you have, why? Tell me in the comments. If you're a returning viewer, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel. These videos will make you money because you might have invested in Aion and you bet you don't now. And yeah, help the channel. Be a good person. And if you guys want to see the coins I own, go to copymycrypto.com. On the site, I share every coin I own. Every one I buy, every one I sell. We release videos on a daily basis. We have tutorials set up for the members. And we have a massive history of success on both channel and site. We have had big winners from Phantom, from Ponyo, which did a huge pump. We've had massive wins. And Phantom is obviously the biggest. And also, no one was talking about Phantom. No one. Spent weeks deep diving into cryptos, found Phantom, dived into it in depth, realized it was 100xer. Did a course explaining it. Those people that watched that course ended up making insane money. If you'd have put $2,000 into Phantom when I did the course, you could have made, and you sold at the top, you could have made 1.3 mil. I will find another Phantom, and when I do, the members will find out about it. They'll find out the gains I think it can have. They'll find out the percentage of my money I'm putting in, and they can copy and make the same gains. Remember, if that interests you, you can go do it. And you can read, and everything you read on the site, you can verify yourself in the YouTube history. And guys, before we get into it, FBI infiltrated Hive Network, and they blocked over $130 million in crypto ransomware. So, turns out the FBI ended up, the DOJ announced that after a months-long investigation, or many months-long operation, the FBI actively disrupted the activities of the Hive ransomware group, which the agency says had targeted hospitals, schools, and banking in over 80 countries. Last night, the DOJ dismantled, or the Justice Department dismantled an international ransomware network responsible for extorting and attempting to extort hundreds of millions of dollars from victims in the US and around the world. Turns out that more than 1,500 victims were worldwide and received over, and the hackers received, or the ransomware creators received over 100 million in crypto ransom payments. The DOJ says that the FBI's operation began in July of 2022 and was able to provide over 1,300 description keys to help victims recover their data and systems. The agency says that the operation was coordinated with German and Dutch law enforcement, seizing control of the servers and websites used by Hive. Hive doesn't seem to have been damaged by this, to be fair. I think they're up about 6% today, so maybe the markets are reacting really positively because, the network has been effectively secured by the feds. According to the agency, Hive typically targets a victim by stealing sensitive data and then encrypting their computer files. The group would then demand a ransom in Bitcoin for the description key necessary to restore the files. So it's a weird thing. It's a weird damn thing. But yeah, millions and millions and millions and millions. So saved. That's actually a nice story. It's nice to see that that people are okay. If this ever happens to you and you're hit by ransomware, before you start deciding to pay these people, check with your local authorities to see if there's something that can be done. But yeah, it's a nice story to end on. At least people have recovered their losses, or a lot of people have been saved from huge losses. No bad thing, guys. It's good to see. And that is it from me. Hope you're all keeping well out there. Take care.